Welcome, dear friends. Today, we share touching and unforgettable moments between people and the Royal Guard horses. These stories are filled with kindness, respect, and love. Reminders that simple encounters can bring great joy to our hearts. A special little girl enjoys an unforgettable moment with the royal horse, captured in a meaningful, heartwarming photograph. A man in a wheelchair smiles happily beside the royal horse, where courage meets royalty in a touching memory. Three adorable girls delight in seeing the royal horse. One waves joyfully, her heart full of excitement. The royal horse gently tilts its head toward the young girl, showing affection and forming a sweet bond. A cheerful boy dressed like a guard proudly poses with the royal horse, a memorable childhood highlight. The horse lovingly leans its head toward a young woman, creating a beautiful moment of trust and affection. A mounted police officer warmly interacts with a boy in a wheelchair, an inspiring, heartfelt encounter to remember.
Thank you.
Ladies and gents, mind your backs, please.
Mind your back. Mind your back. Thank you.
A little child in a stroller gazes with delight at the royal horse, joy shining in their eyes. A horse guards officer shows kindness and care for elderly and disabled visitors. True everyday heroism in uniform. A Japanese visitor bows respectfully at horse guards, a cultural moment of honor, dignity, and deep respect. Proud Canadian parents visit horse guards, smiling warmly as they see their sons serving in royal uniform. The royal horse leans affectionately toward a gentleman, creating a warm and tender moment of connection. Royal kindness shines through, A touching photo with the King's Guard and the beautiful horse, full of joy. A sweet little girl follows the white line rule, posing politely for a photo with the royal horse. The royal horse gently shows affection toward a young man, an invaluable, heartwarming moment of connection. Cute little girls happily play beside the Royal Guard horse, creating joyful memories of childhood innocence. A Japanese tourist mistakenly steps inside the box, yet shows deep respect with a bow to the guard. A sweet young girl hugs her stuffed toy while posing for a photo with the royal horse. The royal horse leans close with affection, an unforgettable, warm moment overflowing with love. A caring father helps his daughter gently touch the royal horse, creating a tender family memory. Graceful reverence, a Japanese visitor bows respectfully to the King's Guard and royal horse at Horse Guards Parade. A cheerful boy smiles brightly, posing with the royal horse, pure joy shining through this special moment. They share a wonderful time with the King's Guard horse, creating moments filled with laughter and joy. A woman in a wheelchair smiles joyfully while posing with the royal horse, a touching, inspiring scene. The King's horse shows pure love toward her, an unforgettable, tender moment of affection and closeness. Welcome to today's video. At the Royal Guard posts, every movement follows centuries of proud tradition. These guards and their horses are not performers. They are real soldiers on duty. Let's take a calm look at how some tourists forget the rules and how the guards must remind them firmly, yet professionally. A tourist waves her scarf near the King's Guard horse, startling it. Please respect the guards and their animals. A male tourist poses disrespectfully near the Royal Guard horse. Such behavior is rude and unsafe. A lady crosses the boundary 3 times. The guard warns her firmly to stay behind the line. A drunk woman with no shoes stands in the rain. The guard orders her to step back immediately.
No shoes or anything.
The guard bends down and shouts loudly, telling the tourist woman to leave the white box area. The guard loses patience after tourists keep making the same mistake. A stubborn woman refuses to listen. The horse gently moves a careless man out of the box. Visitors should always keep a safe distance. A guard shouts, "Don't touch the horse!" reminding a female tourist to show respect and stay away. The guard's horse bites a woman's arm when she tries to pet it. Never touch the royal horses. An older tourist keeps crossing the line. The guard must warn him several times to stay back. The guard yells, startling the woman who almost loses balance. Tourists must follow rules at all times. The guard commands his horse forward, forcing a disrespectful tourist woman out of the white box area. A young man ignores the signs and the guard firmly tells him, "Get out of the box, boy." The woman ignores the guard's warnings 3 times in a row. Always listen when the King's Guard speaks. The guard moves his horse forward, chasing tourists from the box. Police arrive to check what happened. A massive shout echoes as the King's Guard orders tourists to make way. They must clear the path immediately. Move back, sir. The guard politely reminds an older tourist who stands too close to the royal horse. A female tourist crosses the white line, and the guard instantly reminds her to step back respectfully. Stand behind the white line, the guard tells a young man who walks too near the royal horse. She comes too close to the horse. The guard firmly says, "Step back. Safety and respect come first." A rude young man is told off by police. Be respectful, okay? Proper behavior is always expected here. Irresponsible parents let their boy cross the line for photos. The guard quickly warns them. Very dangerous behavior. Bitten by the king's horse, the man screams in pain. Never touch the royal animals. They can react suddenly. The guard moves his horse forward toward a Chinese tourist, warning her firmly to step back from the line.
Going back on the other side. Other side.
A couple walks across the white boundary. The guard quickly reminds them to stay behind the marked line.
Don't go inside the way.
A Chinese woman refuses to move out of the box. The king's guard shouts, "Outside the line!" loudly. Too many tourists break the rules, crossing the white line. The king's troop and soldiers confront them firmly. Unbelievable moment. A tourist stands inside the guard box using his phone. Such disrespect is never acceptable. An older man stands too close to the royal horse and nearly gets bitten on the face. Always keep your distance. The guard swiftly orders a young woman out of the box. She looks shocked but quickly steps back. The guard repeats several times, "Behind the white line, please." Tourists must listen carefully to avoid danger.
I'm sorry.
At the Royal Horse Guard, where every moment is not just an image, but a story of respect, love, and connection between people and the king's noble horses. Today, we witness touching scenes where respect transcends language and culture, reaching straight to the heart. A funny and sweet moment as this shy little boy keeps a safe distance while posing with the royal horse. A joyful family photo, parents and two curious children smiling happily beside the royal horse. Huge respect. A wise grandfather gently teaches his grandson about discipline and admiration for the guards. Small girl, big lesson. The little one quickly steps back after realizing the boundary line. Such good awareness. Adorable moment. A little boy dressed like a king's guard proudly visits Horse Guard's parade. A young boy's face lights up with joy as he touches a royal horse for the very first time. Happy family memories, smiles and laughter as everyone poses with the royal horse at Horse Guards. A kind officer kindly helps two ladies walk safely past the horses, a moment of true courtesy. Despite the hot weather, a cheerful little girl smiles brightly, hugging her toy beside the royal horse. The royal horse curiously looks at a small dog held by a friendly tourist. Such a delightful encounter. A tender moment. A proud father holds his one-year-old son close as the boy admires the royal horse. A heartwarming moment as an elderly lady is gently allowed to meet the king's horse up close, truly touching. A loving mother introduces her daughter to the royal horse, a moment full of wonder and tenderness. A father holds his son close for a photo with the horse. Pure love and happiness in one beautiful frame. The horse shows affection as the little boy gently pats its face, a bond beyond words. A brave little girl in a wheelchair smiles softly, keeping the perfect respectful distance for a photo with the horse. Well-behaved children stand properly behind the white line, showing respect and understanding for the king's guards. A baby, held gently by her mother, gazes curiously at the royal horse, a moment of innocent joy. A father and daughter share a memorable photo together with the royal horse, smiles that last forever. Two cheerful brothers pose happily beside the royal horse. Simple joy, precious memories. A joyful scene as a mother and her daughter enjoy a happy photo moment with the royal horse. A lovely girl in a beautiful dress poses gracefully beside the royal horse. Pure elegance and charm.
Hello?
True love and devotion. A husband lovingly cares for his wife in a wheelchair near the royal horses. A little boy in a stroller watches the royal horse with fascination while his family captures the special moment. A Japanese family bows gracefully to the king's guard and the royal horses. A true reflection of culture and admiration. The boy's curiosity meets the corporal's wisdom. a silent exchange of wonder and understanding at horse guards. She keeps the respectful distance, yet her gentle eyes show deep affection for the king's horse, a truly sweet and graceful moment. A respectful Japanese tourist bows before the royal horse, and the horse softly responds, a touching scene of mutual respect and warmth. Welcome to today's video. The King's Guards have stood in silent duty for centuries, symbols of honor and discipline. But every day, curious tourists step a little too close, sometimes forgetting the rules of respect and safety. Let's take a calm look at these real moments, when guards must raise their voices not out of anger, but to protect order, tradition, and themselves. Two women cross the boundary line and get a big lesson when the guard shouts loudly, "Out of the box!" At first, she didn't move. The guard screamed, "Get out of the box!" She stood shocked and speechless.
Get out the box!
A man stops right in front of the royal horse. The guard shouts firmly to make him step back.
Out of the box!
A woman ignores the warning, and the King's Guard finally explodes, shouting loudly to keep her away.
Get back!
Enough is enough. A tourist crosses the line again and learns her lesson when the guard confronts her. A female tourist keeps stepping forward despite warnings. The guard repeats firmly, "Outside the box," several times.
Out of the box! Outside the white line!
"Get out! Out!" The guard shouts at a woman who refuses to follow the rules. A stern reminder indeed.
The box! Out!
The guard reprimands a tourist twice, saying, "Out of the box, other side of the line." Firm but fair.
Other side of the line!
"Step out of the box, please," the guard orders. Her husband quickly pulls her back to safety. A tourist wanders into the white box carelessly. The guard instantly calls him out to step aside. An older man pretends not to understand the rules until the guard repeats several times. He finally steps away. guard leans forward and shouts, "Out of the box!" to a couple and their young son standing too close. A female tourist is startled as the horse guard shouts loudly, "Outside the box," reminding her to move back. A young man crosses the white line to take photos. The guard instantly reminds him to step back respectfully. A female Canadian guard firmly tells a tourist, "Don't touch," a reminder to respect both guards and horses. She finds the white box and steps inside playfully. The guard shouts twice, "Outside the box," with authority. The lady twin guard raises her voice. "Get behind the white line!" The tourists quickly retreat. A teenage boy crosses into the guard's area. The guard immediately tells him to step out of the white box. The guard firmly shouts, "Get out of the box, please," a polite reminder to the young woman standing too close.
Out of the box, please.
A young female tourist steps too near. The guard instantly reprimands her. "Step out of the box!"
Out of the box, please. Out of the box.
A grandfather carries his grandchild across the white line. The guard warns them, too close to the horse is dangerous. The guard and horse react quickly when a woman crosses the white line. She steps back right away in surprise.
Get behind the white line.
Three friends, including a young woman, walk inside the box. The guard immediately demands, "Get out!" firmly. Fed up, the guard and a police officer remove rude tourists from the box after repeated disrespect.
Wait, two hold, get back. Wait, two hold.
A playful horse nearly bites a woman who got too close. Startled, she quickly runs away from danger. Too busy taking selfies, a woman accidentally steps into the white box. The guard instantly tells her to move back. A crowd of young men act disrespectfully. Police rush in to support the guard and restore order immediately.
Let's be respectful, right? By all means, you can stay and watch. Okay? The point is, right, you're more than welcome to stay and take photos. That's all right. So stop trying to engage me on, please. He's got a job to do. I love respect.
An older woman crosses the line. The King's Guard says loudly, "Outside the box," reminding her to respect the rule. Two women try to pet the royal horse. The guard firmly says, "No, you can't touch the horse." An infamous Karen refuses to leave the horse guard's area, ignoring repeated commands. The guard stays professional.
I will tell the police that I'll stop and tell him. He's calling me a witch. He's not calling me a witch. He's not nice.
As she enters the marked area, the guard immediately instructs her, "Step out of the box," calm but commanding. From acts of blatant disrespect to moments of profound honor and connection, the grounds of the King's Guard are a stage for the full spectrum of human behavior. Each day presents new encounters handled with unwavering discipline. Ignoring all warnings, a group of tourists deliberately crosses the restricted boundary, showing a clear lack of respect. A man ignores warnings and is bitten by a horse. Instead of taking responsibility, he wrongly confronts the guard.
Są filmiki na TikToku, jak
A tourist blatantly crosses the boundary and is immediately confronted. A swift stop to a clear test of authority. A powerful stare from the King's Guard makes it crystal clear that standing too close is not tolerated. A man shockingly reaches out to grab the horse, ignoring all warnings. A reckless act that could have ended badly.
That line. I think he's got ladies' underwear on.
A tourist irresponsibly puts their hands in the horse's mouth, a completely unacceptable and unhygienic act. In a powerful display of honor, a King's Guard and his horse pay tribute to a veteran, a silent, meaningful gesture. A delightful encounter as a friendly dog meets one of the king's majestic horses, leaving the crowd smiling. royal horse leans in, drawn to the innocence of two young children. A truly heartwarming sight of gentleness and trust. Through scorching heat, this king's guard stands firm, his discipline and dedication shining through harsh conditions. Even the toughest guards can't resist the charm of children. Their excitement brings a rare smile to the King's Guard. A guard reminds the disorderly crowd to make way, ensuring clear paths is essential for the ceremonial proceedings. The King's Lifeguard performs a powerful stomp, demonstrating the discipline and authority in their ceremonial duties. A woman gets too close and suffers a painful bite from a horse, highlighting the importance of keeping a safe distance. A kind gesture from the guard allows a young boy to connect with the horse, creating a cherished lifelong memory. A little girl politely asks for permission to take a picture, showcasing a moment of mutual respect and admiration. A tourist respectfully bows to the King's horse and guard, showcasing a deep admiration and reverence for the tradition. A female guard smiles as her proud mother poses beside her. A lovely, personal family moment in a royal setting. A wheelchair-bound visitor beams with happiness while meeting the horse and guard, a moment of true infectious joy. An outstanding soldier kindly assists his colleague, a beautiful show of teamwork and quiet dignity among the guards. Two tourists step beyond the boundary line, prompting an immediate and firm reaction from the vigilant King's Guard. An officer swiftly addresses a tourist mishandling the reins, reminding them that they are not a toy to be played with. Another tourist touches the horse's reins despite clear rules, a dangerous choice that could have gone very wrong. A woman ignores a clear sign and pulls the reins, prompting a serious verbal warning from the King's Guard. A tourist stands far too close to the horse and narrowly avoids injury due to her own careless behavior. A disrespectful tourist elbows a King's Guard horse, an unbelievable act that caused outrage among the crowd. A tourist provokes the horse with careless behavior. Royal animals deserve to be treated with calm and courtesy.
Couldn't get the guy.
The guard warned her once, but she refused to move. A tense situation that could have quickly escalated.
Gonna walk into the arches.
Stay clear of the arch!
Trouble is, I couldn't get the guy.
Stay clear of the arch!
Girl just got owned. Trooper's doing an absolutely top job.
The grounds of the King's Guard are a place of constant vigilance, where the innocence of a child's wonder meets the stark reality of public recklessness. Each day is a delicate balance between creating cherished memories and enforcing the strict rules that ensure everyone's safety. A King's Guard shouts, "Make way!" startling a young girl, a reminder for parents to maintain close supervision. A young girl's eyes light up the moment she sees the King's horse, a magical interaction only children can create. The King's horse shows gentle affection to a special visitor in a wheelchair in a truly touching moment. A young man disrespectfully enters the horse area and is met with an instant, firm shout from the guard. A woman only leaves the restricted area after being warned by police for her inappropriate proximity. A child gets too close and touches the horse, a common but dangerous mistake that could have ended badly. A woman narrowly avoids a horse bite, screaming in panic as she quickly backs away from the animal. Rude tourists ignore the rules, forcing the guard to repeat warnings multiple times to maintain order.
Back from the white line.
A determined child lingers, eager to keep petting the friendly horse. The guard's patience turns shyness into delight. The horse gently sniffs a boy's hair, sensing his wonder and responding with calm, curious affection. A father lifts his daughter toward the horse. The steed leans in affectionately, creating a cute moment for onlookers. This king's horse clearly adores being around children, showing a gentle bond as it interacts lovingly with them. A horse offers a soft glance and relaxed posture to a baby, creating an unforgettable moment of trust. A horse watches a little girl with calm interest, a sweet and silent bond forming between them instantly. Two teenagers disturb a royal horse, forcing a female armed officer to step in and restore respect. A man crosses the boundary twice despite being called out, showing a clear disregard for the guard's warnings. A man mockingly imitates the marching guard, treating a solemn ceremonial duty like a personal joke. Two adorable children wave and smile at the royal horse in a touching exchange full of joy and innocence. A visitor in a wheelchair enjoys a heartfelt and unforgettable moment with the royal horses. A woman screams in shock when the king's horse suddenly tries to bite her after she gets too close. A woman disrespectfully touches the reins and receives a loud, immediate reprimand from the guard. A baby in a stroller beams with pure joy during a visit to see the majestic royal horse. A woman parks her bike in the horse guards area, forcing police to quickly step in and tell her to move it. The guard shouts loudly to order a female tourist out of the restricted white line boundary.
Get fucked in the white lines!
A curious boy touches a horse for the first time, guided carefully by an adult in an adorable moment.